The next one is going to be a big one. This is the future of the WWE. This is the proving ground of NXT. Two of the biggest guys to come out of there. Roman Reigns, basically the guy that I think a lot of people are thinking that is going to be, your main event of WrestleMania right here. That they've been pushing this guy. Even when they go back to the debut of The Shield, he was the guy that didn't really speak a whole lot because he wasn't that great of a speaker yet. He didn't, work a lot of the matches. He did have the high impact spots. But, they protected him throughout that whole run of never being pinned unless it was the elimination match where he basically fought the whole team all on his own before finally having to give in at the end. Seth Rollins took a lot of his thunder when he broke up the Shield, the surprise attack. I believe it was the night after Payback, I believe is when it was, when Roman Reigns was hit by a steel chair by Seth Rollins, and then the attack on Dean Ambrose, giving him the curb stomp and leaving it in, basically leaving the Shield and joining the Authority, going on from there and winning the Money in the Bank, and being sort of the Authority's, plan B through all of the John Cena title run, basically, getting him to the point of where he could also be the big future star of the company. Roman Reigns might be the main event of WrestleMania, but Seth Rollins might be the first of the Shield to wear a WWE Championship belt. And that is a real big possibility if John Cena is able to beat Brock Lesnar. The focus of the Authorities that go on Seth Rollins cashing in that Money in the Bank briefcase and going from there into trying to become the champion by beating John Cena. The world was really turned upside down by the Shield. I think a lot of these guys were really loved when they first got there. And then once they finally made their babyface turn, it lasted for about 2 months. And then it was all ended. For a lot of people, it ended too fast once it all came down to it. But these guys are ruthless. As a team, they proved that they would go above and beyond and doing anything it took to win matches, whether if it was, triple power bombing the Undertaker or Ryback or anybody else through the announce table. It just didn't matter. There was, basically no friends of the Shield. Basically, they would turn on anybody at a moment's time, whether if that was, CM Punk or whether if it was Kane, or I guess you could say Corporate Kane before WrestleMania, which led to their big WrestleMania match. But definitely, these guys are the future building blocks of the company. Both of these guys and Dean Ambrose, wherever he should be. Everyone knows that, once his head was smashed in on the cinder blocks at ringside of Monday Night Raw when Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose had their match, he declined a trip to the hospital and broke out of the arena and has not been seen since, unless you're paying attention to pictures that WWE is tweeting out about him being on his movie set and making a WWE Films movie. I want to say that this match is going to be great, but at the same time, I think this match is a little bit early. I think everybody wanted to see all of the members of the Shield have a match, and it's Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins' turn. I don't know why Roman Reigns wants a shot at Seth Rollins now. Where was he during the attacks of Seth Rollins on Dean Ambrose? They had a mutual respect for each other. They told each other that they were going to ride together and be tag team partners for life. And then come the next week of Monday Night Raw, they're nowhere to be seen. I don't know if they have a mutual respect, just thinking that they're going to let each other fight each other's battles. And now that Ambrose is out of the picture, Reigns wants his shot at Rollins, or maybe it just the WWE writers didn't know anything else to do, and it was a blessing of Chris Jericho to have one more match against Randy Orton. But to me, I think I rather would have had a longer build-up between Reigns and Rollins. It sort of just seems like a match thrown together. I I think a lot of people were hoping for Ambrose to return, maybe even just if it was just for one night to have the match against Rollins, and they could have built a little bit of a stage to stand on for Reigns and Rollins. This one just sort of seems like it's a WWE Raw main event. I know that last week on Monday Night Raw there was the attack of Roman Reigns by Seth Rollins, throwing him into the steel cage and attacking him as Randy Orton and Kane, bellied with laughter, standing on top of them and just looking down on what they have done. I wouldn't be surprised if WWE has the cinder block gimmick out there again. Basically, they tried to take Roman Reigns out the same way that they did Dean Ambrose, only for him to defend himself and fight back and throw one of the cinder blocks at Seth Rollins' head, where he was able to get out of there at the last minute before it crumpled over the ring post. Only for Triple H to step in and said that maybe they should be looking at some sort of legal action against Roman Reigns. Maybe he might have been a suspension by tossing those cinder blocks around with the chance of hurting other WWE superstars or even the fans that were sitting at ringside. But I don't know. The 3-on-1 attack inside the steel cage, was that enough to get you to care about this match? I know that it's going to be good. I believe in Seth Rollins. I believe in Roman Reigns. I believe in the Shield. Give it to me. Yeah, put it in there. But I'm not 100% sure about this match. Definitely, in my mind, I'm going to be picking Seth Rollins to get the win here. Roman Reigns, I talked about this. These guys come up from NXT. They're unbeatable. We've seen Roman be pinned before, but I don't think he's been pinned in a one-on-one match. He's coming off the biggest win of his career against Randy Orton at SummerSlam. But definitely, if the plan is for him to get to the Royal Rumble, win that, and then go on and face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, he needs to get a loss before then. I think Night of Champions is the time he can get a loss, bounce back. Maybe they do the Hell in the Cell match between these two, or maybe it's just a match at the Hell in the Cell where Roman's able to get his win back. From there, you go on, you get a win at Survivor Series, you get a win at TLC, and then you get some momentum behind you going into the Royal Rumble. It would not be the end of the world if Roman Reigns lost this match. Who knows? Seth Rollins coming to the end of this night, he could be WWE Champion, so it would help him to get the win as well. But an awesome match for the Shield. I wish there was a little bit more of a build-up, but I'm going to pick Seth Rollins for the win.